Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of How I Tank, and no gameplay on this one, unfortunately. Uh, what prompted this video? Well, a couple of days ago, maybe 2, 3 streams ago, someone mentioned in stream chat that I wasn't enjoying World of Tanks recently, and yeah, to be honest, I've had a few rough streams in a row, or felt I had had a few rough streams in a row. It just seemed that I was making silly mistakes. It seemed that I was losing. I was constantly getting bottom tier, and yeah, this has been going on for probably 3 or 4 months. I seem to be constantly getting low tier, or I'm the bottom tier tank. Very, very rarely get top tier unless I'm in a premium tank with special matchmaking. And even then, usually it felt that the matchmaker was doing its best to troll me. To premium tanks with tier 8 premiums with special matchmaking, I was still getting into tier 9 games, and I didn't feel I was playing well, didn't feel I was putting on a show for you guys on stream, and I was starting to lose some of my joy, some of my happiness for the game. And I'm usually quite a calm player, but even though I try to be calm on camera, I wasn't. I was raging, I was playing badly, and I was in a downward spiral for basically months. Or what it felt like for months, because I just wasn't performing as well as I could, and I usually do. And I'm very, very self-critical. And a couple of months ago, I had a really, really bad stream, or felt I had a really, really bad stream, and finished early. And when I checked my stats at the end of that particular stream, it turned out that, yeah, I'd had Unicum stats. I ended up with almost 60% win ratio and nearly 2,200 efficiency for the that particular day, even though I felt I was playing like crap. And I am way, way too self-critical sometimes, and it causes me to probably not enjoy the game as much as I should. But it's always been that way. I used to play Counter-Strike competitively, and I am very, very, very self-critical. I think it's one of the things that drives me to become a better player, but it also has the negative effect of sometimes ruining my mood. And I've been doing a lot of soul searching recently. I've been watching games I should have won but lost because of mistakes I made. Highlighted that in a recent video. But I decided to put some of the things I've talked about in the past to use. And one of those things was what replays, or not what replays. I've been using what replays to analyze my replays, but let's take a look at Noob Meter. So, doing a quick search for myself, and I used to use Noob Meter a lot more. I haven't been using it recently, and I really should. Here are my stats in Noob Meter, and as you can see, I've currently got a performance rating of 1645. Now, I didn't start to learn the game until I had 10,000 games played. I was fairly average, even below average in a lot of tanks, prior to getting to 10,000 games. I basically played this game 14, 15 hours a day for probably about 4 or 5 months, and I ended up clocking a lot of games before actually making an effort to become better. It wasn't until I got to the higher tiers and I was getting my butt kicked that I suddenly realized I was doing something wrong. But that was 10,000 games too late. And so my performance ratings, the overall performance ratings, have been affected. They're still being affected by that first 10,000 games where I was playing on instinct and not playing without full knowledge of the game mechanics. if we take a look at the last 13,000 games, so that still includes a few thousand games. I'm up to 18,000 games now, but last 13,000 games cuts out my first 5,000 games as a noob, and yeah, my stats are looking a lot better. Last 1,000 battles, stats are looking even better. Last 7 days, I've had a couple of really, really good days, and stats are looking even better. And my most recent stats are excellent. I mean, I'm very, very happy with my most recent stats. So, despite the fact I'm very, very self-critical and feel that I haven't been playing well, the stats are telling a different story, and it puts me in a different frame of mind. And I also take a look at this overall column, and I get it into my mind that I'm not doing very well because the efficiency rating used to be very good. The WN7 rating used to be very good. The WN8 rating didn't exist when I last looked at it, but I used to have quite a lot of very goods and excellents here. But because of formula changes, these have gone up or they've gone down, and I'm quite happy with that WN8 rating. I'm even happier with my recent performance, even though I felt I was going downhill. My win rate is constantly climbing, and again, because of that first 10,000 games, it's stuck at 55%, but I've been running at well over 60 for pretty much the last few months, even though it hasn't felt it. My average experience, everything is on the up. So why am I feeling this way about the game? Why has it become obvious to you guys that maybe the last couple of streams were pretty good, but definitely for the last few months I've haven't been feeling the love for World of Tanks that I've felt before. Don't worry, I'm still going to keep I'm going to keep playing, but I'm not as obsessed with it as I was previously, and I don't know why. It's probably because I'm just too much of a self-critic. My stats are all going up, and I felt that I wasn't doing well, but yet if you look at my stats, they're still on the upward curve. We take a look at the WN8 rating. It's still on an upward curve. We took a bit of a plateau here around 10,000 games, but we are still climbing in almost everywhere. We are still climbing. Average experience is up, win rate is up, WN8 is up. Average damage, I was disappointed with. We've sort of hit the top of the curve here. We've actually gone down in the last couple of 100 games, and I was going, well, what the heck have I done to not do as much damage? And I've been analysing myself and my gameplay, and I've suddenly realised that around 18,000 games, that's when I started playing a lot of low tier tanks again. So I started going back to get mastery badges in a lot of low tier tanks. I also started doing a lot more is it worth it videos and having to play a lot of games in low tier tanks. So my damage has actually taken a big hit as a result. And I'm putting that primarily down to the low tier tanks I've been playing. So I can't really blame the game or blame myself or blame my performance for this. This is the only downturn. Everything else has been going up. So I really, really don't know what I have been fretting about and why I feel I've been doing pretty badly. I've even gone further and I've been analysing my individual performances in tanks. And if we take a look, and I felt honestly that I haven't been playing as well since I started public streaming. I think I take a big FPS hit. Almost half my FPS disappears when I'm running my streaming software, and I was starting to think that maybe that's why I wasn't doing quite as well. When I was privately streaming and had a password on my channel, I was doing a lot better, but at least that's what I thought. But then stats don't lie. I've been looking at my stats and looking at a lot of the tanks I've started playing since I've been streaming, and even over the last few weeks. And S35CA, I've only played 16 games in it, 81% win record. A lot of tanks here that I've had for quite some time. I've got nearly an 80% win record in the Locust. That shows you how much I love the Locust. It's such a fantastic tank. Go buy it. The Matilda is a tank I started playing simply to do the... that's the original Matilda. The KV-220 is a tank I bought fairly recently, around Christmas time, and we're running at 76%. There's a lot of tanks here. I started playing the SU-18 recently to get the Ace Tanker in it, and we did a almost 74% win record. The Mouse is a tank I bought on stream, and we've got a 72% win record in it. Likewise, the BDR is a tank I didn't like and didn't think I was doing that well in, but apparently I've got a almost 73% win record in the BDR. I'm looking at a lot of tanks. The Excelsior, a tank again I don't like that much, but we're running at 72% win ratio. A lot of tanks I've bought and I've started playing on stream. 71% in the T14. T49 I bought when I started streaming, and running at 71% in the T49. I'm actually doing fairly well. 5916 running at 71% or 70%. In a tank that can't do any damage. I'm sort of reassessing myself. I'm even just looking at these stats. I'm kind of almost rediscovering my joy for the game, because even without playing it, I'm not sucking as much as I thought I was. Yes, I can have sucky games, but I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought I was. T127, a tank I bought while after I started streaming, 70%. The Jagdpanzer E100 is a tank I bought on stream. We're running at 70%. The Chia... Oh, hang on. That's the normal one. Okay, never mind that. But a lot of the tanks I've started playing, 68% in the AMX-38, which was a bloody awful tank. But I went back to get Ace Tanker in it. Took me quite a few games, but we did it. 68%. Did a lot better in that tank than I thought I was doing. Matilda Black Prince, a tank I've started playing again recently. We're at 67, almost 68%. Even the Arl, the V39, the Arl V39, that I thought was, I still think, and I'm still grinding, I think is a piece of crap. We're running at almost 67.5%. So a lot of the tanks I have bought and played since starting to stream, I am doing a lot better in those. T69 is a tank I bought on stream. Played 98 games. We're running at 66% win rate in the Type 6 or T69. I'm doing a lot better in new tanks and tanks that I've started with once I started streaming than I actually thought. We're running at 65% in the SU-12254. I didn't think I was doing that well in it, but stats don't lie. So there's the Conqueror, one of my newest toys. We're running at 64% in the Conqueror after just 28 games. Even the Löwe, a tank that isn't fantastic, 63%. AMX-40, it must have taken me about 30 games in the AMX-40 to get the Ace Tanker for it, and even though we weren't doing, or I didn't feel I was doing that well in it, I still ended up with 64.15% win rate. So Chinokai, a tank I hate, 62% win rate. I'm not doing badly. I'm actually surprised, really surprised at my performance in these tanks. That's just win rates. If we go by tier, the only downside I have found is my top tier performance, the E75. For some reason, even though I seem to do well in the E75 and I felt it was a great tank, my stats suck in it. My stats suck in the E75. The Mouse, I'm fine in, but the E75 I absolutely suck in, so I'm going to have to play some more games of the E75. I don't know why, because it doesn't feel as if I suck when I'm driving an E75, but my stats absolutely are terrible. The another tank I'm doing really badly in is the Object 704. So at a 46.88, almost 47% win rate in these two higher tier tanks. So tier 9, 2 tanks I'm suffering in. The rest I'm doing okay. But what I'm using this for, and why it's a how I tank, is I've identified that I don't suck. And I've identified that I'm being too self-critical. And after analyzing all of my stats, it's come down to a few factors. One, I'm playing a lot of lower tier tanks, which means that I'm not getting the damage done, which affects my efficiency, it affects my average damage per game, and it affects my WN8 rating. And because it has, I felt it was falling slightly from day to day, it came down to the fact I'm playing lower tanks. Another reason I feel I'm suffering after analyzing my gameplay is I'm playing and I'm grinding a lot of tanks at the moment that aren't or don't have full crews. My crews were all 75%ers. So I don't have a 100% crew, I don't have Sixth Sense, I don't have the first skill, and that's affecting me. I'm feeling I should be doing better with a crew that aren't up to it, and that really isn't my fault unless I want to spend gold, and that's not going to happen. Another thing I identified is a lot of the tanks I'm playing at the moment have absolutely no gun depression, and I don't like tanks with no gun depression. So of course I'm not doing as well in them, and again, that's not something that is really my fault. That's something I'm just going to have to work through. But all in all, I haven't identified too many weak parts of my game. My curves are still going up. My damage may be going down a little bit, but I've identified that, and really, on analysing my whole performance over the last couple of months, yeah, Matchmaker's doing its best to troll me, but I am fighting back with a passion, even though it doesn't feel it on stream at the time. Oh, hang on, there's another tank I need to improve in, the E100, 44%. So yeah, okay, I'm sucking at... why am I doing so well on the mouse and so badly in the E100? I have no idea. But don't have the final gun yet. So there we go. I've analysed my performance. Spent probably about an hour going through stats, going through replays, going through my garage, trying to figure out what was going on. And yeah, I don't suck as badly as I thought I did. And I'm need to improve in some areas. As I say, I'm not afraid to show you bad stats. I'm not the best of players, but I'm certainly not terrible. And as long as things keep improving, I'll keep playing tanks. So hopefully I won't be as self-critical in future. Well, that's a lie, I know I will be, but hopefully I will be a little bit happier, and you're going to see that in my performance, and you're going to see that in my ratings. So there we go. A little bit of self-analysis and how I tank using Noob Meter. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.